So there's a quote attributed to Enzo Ferrari, which I will paraphrase as follows: you buy the engine and the car comes free. So if that's the case, I'm going to show you how to get a Ferrari for a bargain price. So welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, I'm MGUY, and if you like this kind of content with my own cars, this beautiful Maserati Gran Turismo, a Mercedes CL500 and an SLK and a cute MG midget, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber. So there are lots of quotes attributed to Enzo Ferrari, including the one about "I build engines, not cars." There's also a quote about aerodynamics is for people who can't build engines. There's lots of quotes attributed to Enzo Ferrari. Probably a lot of them are apocryphal, but the one we're going to focus on today is the one that I mentioned at the start of the video, which is basically you buy the engine and the car comes free, because Enzo Ferrari believed that the heart of the car correctly is the engine, and everything else is just something to hold that engine in place. And if we take that quote literally, then I'm going to show you how you can buy a Ferrari at a bargain price. So here we are with my 2013 Maserati Gran Turismo Sport. And yes, this is the way to get a cheap Ferrari. I know that that's a bit of a clickbaity title, but essentially what we've got under the skin of this beautiful Maserati here is a Ferrari engine and a Ferrari transmission. So in this video, I'm just going to take you around those two key elements of this car and explain why a Maserati is essentially a bargain Ferrari. So here under the bonnet we have what is known as the F136 engine, which is a V8 engine which was built by Ferrari for many years, and is actually the same essential power plant as is used in the F430 and the 458. There are differences. I'm not saying that these are the same engines, but essentially they are the same basic engine underneath. The Ferrari uses a flat plane crank, whereas the Maserati uses cross plane crank. The intakes are obviously different. It has this Maserati intake compared to the two Ferrari plenums on either side that are so familiar from Ferrari engine bays. But essentially these engines are the same DNA. They are all built by Ferrari. So every engine pretty much in a Maserati from the 2000s was built by Ferrari in the same engine factory that it builds all its other engines. And so essentially what you're getting in a Maserati is essentially a Ferrari engine. And if you take Enzo at his word, then you buy the engine and the car comes free. Then what we've got here is a Ferrari engine with a very, very beautiful set of clothes on it. The other thing that is a Ferrari part in this car is the transaxle gearbox. So in this car, because it's the F1 system, the paddle shifted robotized manual gearbox, the gearbox is actually in the rear axle here at the back of the car. It's controlled via hydraulic signals from the paddle shifters, which controls the gear shifting in the transmission in the transaxle. And essentially this system, which is in the Maserati Gran Turismo, is essentially the same as that in the Ferrari 599, which used an F1 system. There were very few of the 599s that were made with a manual transmission. Almost all of them were F1 at that stage. And the F1 gearbox that's used in the Gran Turismo, essentially the same as that in a Ferrari 599. So what we have in a Maserati Gran Turismo is actually an interesting combination, because we've got an 8-cylinder engine from a 430 or a 458 paired with a transmission from a 599, which is something obviously you can't get from Ferrari. And obviously it has this beautiful styled Pininfarina body with 4 seats, with those amazing drivetrain components of the engine and transmission. So although this is a bit of a tongue-in-cheek video, I'm not pretending that this is a Ferrari, but it is essentially Ferrari drivetrain wrapped in some very, very nice clothes, courtesy of Pininfarina. So thanks very much for watching. It's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek video, this one, because obviously, you know, by buying a Maserati, you're not getting a Ferrari. They are very different cars, but the point is that, you know, for very little money comparatively, you can buy a Ferrari engined car, which is essentially has that Ferrari DNA, and that's what Enzo Ferrari was so passionate about. Although I'm kind of joking in this video, when you look at a Maserati with a Ferrari built engine, and some of them with Ferrari gearboxes taken straight out of some of their best cars, you're essentially driving a Ferrari but in different clothes. And I do like to think of myself, even though I've got a Maserati, as essentially driving a Ferrari engined car with a Ferrari transmission. So I'm pretty happy with that. And it's got 4 seats as well. So thanks very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram down here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.